And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Riverside County Board Brief as we give you a brief look at what happened during today's Riverside County Board of Supervisors meeting. My name is Pep Fernandez. We appreciate you tuning in. And it was a very busy meeting today. And we had the return of the COVID-19 update from not only Public Health Director Kim Sarawatari, but also our Public Health Officer, Dr. Jeffrey Leung. Let's take a look at some video from earlier today during the Board of Supervisors meeting where it was Kim Sarawatari and Dr. Leung presenting to the Board of Supervisors and everyone in attendance the latest COVID-19 numbers here in Riverside County, as well as the latest information on the vaccines. Kim Sarawatari gave the latest numbers as she broke it down between vaccinated and unvaccinated, the cases, the hospitalizations, the death rate. She broke it down with several graphs and gave us those numbers during the meeting. And then Dr. Leung was also on hand to answer questions from the supervisors, including the latest on the COVID-19 vaccines. And the big news that came out earlier this week was the official approval from the FDA for the Pfizer vaccine. It was under emergency approval. Now it has the regular approval. And Dr. Leung addressed the board and explained what's the difference between emergency and regular approval for Pfizer.
The main difference between the emergency use authorization and the regular approval has to do with sort of the amount of data that is being evaluated for safety and efficacy. So the emergency use authorization has a lower threshold and doesn't require the same degree of data. Now that we have more data, Pfizer submitted that and asked for the regular approval, and that's what they received. Moderna has actually also submitted an application for regular approval and is waiting to hear back from the FDA. So the main difference is just the amount of data regarding safety and efficacy. And so that regular FDA approval is the same as what is applied to other medications.
All right, that is Dr. Jeffrey Leung, the Public Health Officer for the County of Riverside. We'll see him again on Thursday for another public health update answering your questions regarding the COVID-19 vaccine. Now, we did have one proclamation during today's meeting, and that was for the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And we have some video from the meeting earlier as well, because 9/11, the 20th anniversary, quickly approaching, just a couple of weeks away. And you can see we had members of, well, the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, we had CAL FIRE, the Emergency Management Department as well. Chief Bill Weiser from CAL FIRE, County Fire, also speaking to the group as the supervisors took turns reading the proclamation. And again, in observance of the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and they did point out there will be several, many 9/11 remembrance events across all 5 districts in Riverside County on 9/11. Many of those obviously early in the morning, because the events took place at about 9 a.m., just before 9 a.m. Eastern time, so that would be about 6 a.m. here on the West Coast here in Riverside County. So here is the chair of the Riverside County Board of Supervisors, Karen Spiegel, talking about what she remembers from 9/11.
While millions of Americans watched in horror as this tragedy unfolded, thousands of courageous first responders rushed to the World Trade Center, to the field in Pennsylvania, and to the Pentagon, putting themselves in imminent danger to save the lives of others. Their actions and their sacrifices of thousands more in defense of our freedom continue to inspire us. If not, it should. We saw the true spirit of America following the attacks of that day. An American which celebrates the differences and vibrancies of our many communities and which joins together to help one another in times of greatest need. We saw that again this past year during the pandemic. So many reaching out, doing so much for others at the risk of their own lives.
Supervisor Karen Spiegel there, and again, 9/11 coming up in just a couple of weeks, the 20th anniversary. We did have one department spotlight during the Board of Supervisors meeting today, and that would be for our Aviation Department. Let's check out some video from earlier today during the meeting as the Aviation Airports Manager, Angie Jameson, was here in attendance talking about, well, the 5 county-owned airports. Did you know that? Riverside County has 5 of its own airports, including Hemet Ryan you just saw there. We have Jackie Cochran out there in Thermal. We got Blythe, Chiriaco Summit, and we also have French Valley. So there's a total of 5 of those county-owned airports. And Angie Jameson, again, the Aviation Airports Manager here, shining a spotlight on the Aviation Department and the good work that they do. Here's Jameson talking about all 5 of those airports here in Riverside County.
So we have Blythe, very close to the Arizona border. And Blythe is home to parachute training for the military. It's the largest privately run military parachute training facility in the world. We have Hemet Ryan Airport, which is home to CAL FIRE, one of the premier helitack air bases in the country. We have French Valley that has 4 flight schools that focus on fixed wing and helicopter training, assisting with the critical need for commercial pilots. We have Jacqueline Cochran Regional Airport, which serves business and many high-end clients that are coming forward. Desert International Horse Park, the Empire Polo Club, Stagecraft and Coachella Fest, just to name a few. And then, last but not least, we have Chiriaco Summit, which serves the U.S. Parks Department, military training, and serves as a rest stop for many general aviation pilots looking to just get a little holdover.
Yeah, certainly a lot going on at our 5 Riverside County airports. Big thanks to Angie Jameson. We are going to take a break for a couple of weeks here as the Board of Supervisors will be off for 2 consecutive weeks. So the next board brief will come at you on Tuesday, September 14th. My name is Pep Fernandez. Take care, and we'll see you next time with a Riverside County Board Brief, a brief look at what's going on here in the County of Riverside.
Thanks. There's a lot of viewers, so more of them were us.